Romantic body language, how to read hand gestures. Okay, so you're at a date and you are trying to figure out how the date is going through body language. So you're looking at your date and you're trying to figure out, does your date like you or don't they? A good way to discover this or to get a sense of how the date is going is to look at your date's hands. Now, something that your date may be doing with your hands is constantly placing it against your face. If you notice that your date is either constantly placing, maybe what they'll do is they'll cup their hands together and they place your chin on top of their hands, for example, something like that. So it's almost like their hands are a cradle for their face. So if you notice that your date, maybe you're at a restaurant, you're sitting at a table, and your date has put their hands up on the table. So both your date's elbows are on the table, pointing upward. Well, the hand, the forearm is, the hand is basically pointed upwards, and they're basically clasp their palms together, the base of their palms together, and almost made a cup of their palms, and they put their chin right on top of that cup between the palms. So if you notice that your date has done that, so essentially it's like they're listening to you, looking at you while resting their face on their hand. Got it? Resting your face on their hands. If you notice that your date has done that, then your date is actually signaling that they are actually interested in you. It's almost done on a subconscious level. If you just notice that your date has essentially put their hands together and sat their face on top of their hand is essentially a cradle. It's actually a good sign of interest. Some people mistake that for boredom, but it really isn't. Your date is essentially saying that they're paying attention to what you're saying. If they weren't paying attention to what you were saying, they wouldn't they wouldn't put their hands together and place their chin on top of their palms, because that's a sign of openness to what you're saying. What they would essentially do if they were not paying attention to you is possibly slouch backwards. But in essence, they're moving forward, trying to be closer to you, and essentially they're saying, I'm actually paying attention to what you have to say. So it's a strong sign of interest from your date. So if you notice that with your hands, they're most definitely indicating that they're interested in you. I'm Lucas. Talk to you next time.